Hi everyone, my name is Jack Aulbach. I am a senior biology major, chemistry minor at Youngstown State University. I'm also a teaching assistant for the Honors College, and I will be graduating this December with my bachelor's of science in bio and my minor in chemistry. And I will be starting my master's program, Master's of Medical Science and Anesthesia at Northeast Ohio Medical University, or oftenly called NeoMed. It's also a certified anesthesiologist assistant program, so I'll come out as a certified anesthesiologist assistant. And to be honest with you, no one asked me to make this video. I just want to make this video just because I thought that my experience could help out maybe the next generation of honor students, of anyone kind of going into the medical field or planning to go into the medical field. So that's kind of why I'm here. And today I was teaching my intro to honor section, and I was giving the lesson about building your personal brand, networking, making your LinkedIn profile, and all that stuff. And I just thought that my experience might be able to help someone out there. So I guess to start, I was in your exact shoes in the fall of 2020. Presley was my introduction to honors TA, and Dean Amy was the instructor, and I was doing the same lesson as you guys. I watched the same videos. I made a 4Ws video actually, where I practiced my elevator pitch about who I was, where I was going, implicitly why I deserved it, and everything. I made my LinkedIn profile. And I went through the whole lesson and I definitely learned a lot, but I didn't think that it would be super applicable to me because I figured, okay, business majors, anyone kind of getting a job after their bachelor's degree might have to focus more on networking. But for me, I'm just trying to get into medical school, so I don't have to worry about this as much. But that couldn't have been farther from the truth. So I just kind of want to share my story. So I was pre-med my freshman year. Went through that, had a major change my sophomore year, went to forensic science, came back to biology, and switched to pre-PA. So I wasn't really sure about med school anymore, but I figured that I wanted to go to physician assistant school. So basically, if you're planning to go into medical school, dental school, physician assistant, anesthesiologist assistant, any kind of medical program, they're going to want to see, the basics, the clinical hours, the shadowing hours, research experience, all these different experiences that really show that you took advantage of your undergraduate career and you did everything that you could to make yourself a good applicant to these programs, but also just, learn as much as you can and show that have the you had the academic rigor and these experiences that are going to make you a great medical professional. So basically, my sophomore year, I was like, okay, I need to get a job in a clinical setting to really show that I'm serious about being pre-PA and I want to be a physician assistant. I need to shadow. I was kind of getting overwhelmed because I was like, I need to do all this stuff. And I was like, okay, how do I get a clinical job? And I was really struggling because I had a tough schedule, and a really tight schedule. So it was hard to find a job that would work around my hours and stuff. And I ended up just asking some friends. I was like, does anyone like work in a hospital or anything or know of any roles that I could get that would kind of just be introductory to get me involved in the hospital, maybe not on a patient care level yet, but just get me introduced. And one of my friends worked in patient transport at Mercy Health St. Elizabeth. So I ended up getting a job. Kind of my friend helped me out, and I got a job as a patient transporter at Mercy Health St. Elizabeth. And that was a perfect first job because it wasn't a super hands-on role. It was very hands-on, but you didn't need a lot of skills. It was relatively simple, and the biggest part was you interacted with everyone in the hospital, from nurses to doctors to respiratory therapists to physician assistants to every single person. So it was just a great opportunity, and I kind of knew, okay, this is something that I can spring off of. I can use this to get those shadowing hours, to network, to get to know all these people. So I kind of thought back to this lesson in Intro to Honors, and I was like, wow, like I need to start building my personal brand. I need to use this elevator pitch when I see these professionals in the hospital. So what I did was every day I would go into work and I was like, okay, I want to interact with everyone I come in contact with, everyone I work alongside. I want to have positive interactions. I want to get to know people. I want to make these connections now. So that's really what I did. And I just started talking to the nurses, the doctors, just everyone. And whether that was just some small talk, just introducing myself, just anything, just to kind of get my name out there and just meet some new people. And I ended up getting a transport though one day at work where I was taking a patient from the floor down to the ICU, and I was talking to the nurse in the surgical ICU unit. and I was kind of just introducing myself. We were talking. He asked me what I was in school for. I explained I wanted to go to physician assistant school and everything. And he actually mentioned that his sister worked at a program at a physician assistant school, and she was practicing neurosurgery PA on Fridays. And I was just kind of talking, like, that's really interesting. I'm really interested in neurosurgery. I'm looking for shadowing hours and everything. And he was like, you seem like a great kid. Like, I would love to set you up with shadowing with my sister. So I ended up meeting her, the neurosurgery PA. I got to shadow her for a few hours, which was absolutely awesome and just got me introduced even more to the profession, as well as was another networking opportunity because she works at a physician assistant program, and I got insight into the application process. I built a relationship with her, so that was just a great opportunity that really just came from me being in the hospital and just talking to the people that were around me. And so from that patient transport job, I also was like, okay, like now I want to show that I can get a more hands-on patient care role. So I wanted to be a patient care assistant, and that's essentially like a nurse's aide, something like that, which is a really widely accepted clinical hour job for PA school. Gets you the patient care experience. So I was like, okay, like I work in transport right now. I transport these patients to these different units in the hospital. I'm going to build a relationship with one of the managers of these units and see if I can get a per diem position where I can work around my school schedule completely and get this experience as a PCA. So I ended up getting my STNA license, my state tested nurse aide license, and I started building these relationships. And one day I was up on the sixth floor, and I ended up talking to this manager, and she actually didn't have a per diem position open, but she really wanted to hire me. So I, I exchanged my information, I applied, and she talked to her manager, and she got a per diem position open as a PCA. So about after, I think it was like maybe almost a year of transport, I switched over to a PCA role, and that just came from me kind of giving this elevator pitch to this manager and just kind of marketing for myself. So that was just another instance of using these skills to get a more critical patient role that looked even better and was even better experience for me in trying to apply to PA school and everything. And from that, like, that was the job that I worked most of college, and it was great. It worked around my schedule, and that's the experience that really made me realize, yes, I want to go into medicine, and this is what was right for me. So that was amazing too. And then academically during my junior year, I started taking upper level bio classes, and one in specific I was taking was microbiology. So I kind of went into the semester I was taking microbiology with the intent of, okay, I want to really do well in this class. I want to excel. I want to go above and beyond. I want to go to office hours. I want to build a relationship with this professor who is Dr. Cooper. I want to really just make a good impression. And I did that. I excelled in the class. I met with Dr. Cooper a lot during office hours, whether it was just a question or initially it was just me introducing myself and just kind of making myself known, making him kind of know my name. And then eventually, after I finished microbiology, I was like, wow, like that was really interesting. I would love to kind of do something with micro on a bigger scale. So almost every biology, chemistry professor, kind of science professor does research. And in these research labs, they usually take a couple undergraduate students that can do it for credit and kind of help out in the lab. So I knew about this and I emailed Dr. Cooper. I was like, hi, Dr. Cooper, I would really be interested in research. I really enjoyed micro and everything. And seemingly enough, he was like, okay, there's a spot in the lab for you next semester. So I was able to do research with him, and I'm actually doing the research right now. It's using gold nanoparticles, and it's really interesting, and it's just an opportunity that not only looks great on an application, but it's just something so cool that you don't get in the normal experience with just your core classes. It's just the independence and the problem solving skills that come with research is just really valuable. So and that whole situation I kind of came across from, again, networking and just kind of talking to people and making good impressions. And you'd just be surprised what a difference it makes when you introduce yourself and kind of set your intentions and go above and beyond. You can come across really good opportunities. So I was really set on pre-physician assistant, and then I got to the March of my junior year, and I saw this TikTok, and I know a lot of people watch TikTok, and I'm pretty sure TikTok has to like know your major or something because all of my feed was all about physician assistant school and this one TikTok came up one day and it was about anesthesiologist assistant, the profession and everything. And it seemed really interesting, and I hadn't been in the OR before, and I was like, wow, like I really want to learn more about this profession. So this person who posted this video actually in the comments put, I'm in the Cleveland area. If you need shadowing opportunities, please reach out. So I don't have any experience really emailing people, cold calling people, but I would consider this a cold call. I just went on her Instagram and sent her a message explaining, hi, I'm in my undergraduate career at Youngstown State. I am really interested in learning more about this profession. Like, is there shadowing opportunities? Like, I'm near the Cleveland area. I would be able to travel and everything. And soon enough, she responded, and I was set up with an opportunity at Cleveland, and I think just over a month. So it was really, really nice. And that's an opportunity that was through Case Western School of Medicine, and through their AA program. And I met some great people there. I really made a good impression there. And that's when I knew I wanted to switch from physician assistant to anesthesiologist assistant. So fast forward, I end up applying to anesthesiologist assistant school. And when you're going through an application process like that, whether it's med school, dental school, any kind of program, you're gonna have to get letters of rec. And I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, like, what experiences have I had? Who do I want to write my letters recommendation? And immediately I thought of Dr. Cooper. I thought of my manager at the hospital that got me the PCA job that I had been working for over a year. And then I also thought of the faculty at honors because I had been an honors teaching assistant for almost 2 years now, but I actually interviewed for this position my freshman year and I did not get it. And although I didn't get the position, I still remained super involved in honors. I volunteered a lot and everything. And they ended up having a position open the next year and I got an opportunity. So I'd been working for honors for almost 2 years and I just really had such a relationship with Molly, Presley, Amy, all the honor staff because they were so helpful to me in all my process and in helping me just get all these opportunities and everything and kind of finding my way when I was changing my major and everything. So for my letters rec, I was thinking Dr. Cooper, my manager at the hospital, an honors faculty, and all these people that I was thinking of. It's just people that I really went above and beyond to make a relationship with and just made my experience here during undergraduate just so meaningful. And I just can't say enough about the Honors College and the way that you're able to learn so much and go above and beyond in your undergraduate experience because the faculty and everyone is just so helpful. So it was easy to think of these people to like write letters of recommendation because I'd really gone above and beyond in networking and putting myself out there, just kind of attending events and everything. So I went through the interview process. I ended up getting accepted at Neomed. And the funny thing I noticed during the interview process was as well that LinkedIn kept giving me these notifications like 20 people viewed your profile or whoever. And sometimes it shows the logo of who viewed it. And it was faculty at all these programs. So beyond that, this LinkedIn profile that I created my freshman year that I kind of had built along my way, and I just knew how to do all this because of this class from Intro to Honors, people were viewing it and it was very important. So I just really wanted to tell this story just to show you guys that although you're not students who are looking for a job after your bachelor's degree and you're not networking in the way that you're applying for jobs after your bachelor's degree, it is still so important to network as a pre-health student because you are going to get so many of these opportunities that are going to make your undergraduate experience so enriching, and it's going to enhance your application but enhance your experience and just make everything that much more special, and it's going to introduce you to a lot of special people. So I really wanted to share my experience. Whoever's watching this, you guys might be honors freshmen or whoever, you can always reach out to me um, wherever I am. So, yeah, thank you all. I just wanted to share that.